In this video, we'll discuss how to make your websites viewable on the web for all to see. When you write code such as HTML and CSS, those files are saved on your own computer, so they're visible only by you and are not visible on the web. When files are stored on a computer, they are considered local files, or, in other words, they are saved locally, where only you have access to them. Conversely, files that are publicly viewable on the web are considered live. To make files live, you have to save them to a server. You probably remember that servers are houses for internet content. Most people don't own their own servers. Instead, they rent space on one, just like you might rent a house from a landlord. Rented server space is called hosting. And just like with any house, a live website needs an address for users to find it. That's what a domain name like bobshouse.com is for, and many hosting providers can also register a domain name for your website. Once you have your hosting, you can then move your files from your local computer onto a live server, a process called deployment. One common way to deploy files is to use FTP, or File Transfer Protocol. There are many applications that can send files by FTP. Some are built into code editors, while others are dedicated to FTP only. When you use an FTP application, the first step is to connect to your hosting by logging in with information from your hosting provider. Once connected, you'll see a file browser similar to Explorer on Windows or Finder on a Mac. Many FTP applications allow you to drag and drop files from your computer, which are then uploaded to the server. In the FTP file browser, you can move, rename, or delete files, just like on your own computer. The files that live on your server can be accessed on the web via a browser. The index.html file that's directly inside the root directory is visible as the home page at your domain name. So when a user types bobshouse.com into their browser's address bar, the index file is what they see. Other files can be visited using relative file paths written after the domain name. For instance, a user could go to bobshouse.com/about.html for an about file located in the root directory, or bobshouse.com/events/poolparty.html for a pool party file located in a subdirectory called events. It's important to remember that if you make any changes to the code on your local computer, you must connect to FTP again and replace the files on the server with the updated version. Otherwise, the server has no way to know about changes to the local files. So, to recap, files that are stored on your own computer are called local files. Live files are files that are stored on a server and publicly accessible on the web. Servers are houses for web content. Renting space on a server is called hosting. Deployment is the process of transferring files from your computer to a server, and FTP is a common method of deploying files to a server. Files that live on your server can be accessed on the web via a browser using a domain name and relative file paths. And that's how you make your websites live on the web and visible to the world.